Okay, it's 2022. This is the year you break out of the mold and start your videography or photography business. Why? Because the barrier to entry is extremely low. Let's talk about it.
You have the ability to be anything you want in this world. The only thing that'll hold you back is fear. Find the fear and fight the fear. This is your year.
So let's talk about the barrier to entry when becoming a creative. And this is for anyone who loves taking photos, shooting videos. We're here to nudge you in the right direction and hopefully help kickstart your future. Just 3 years ago, I had no idea how to run a video production company, and that's because I had never done it before. But just like anything, if you feel you have a knack for it, the intricacies soon become daily routine. All you need to know is that you have a passion for creating and that your visual advancements are something that the industry needs. Okay, not so much that second part, it just sounded good on paper. All you really need to know is that you're passionate about it. If you know that you're passionate about it, then it's time to find a camera. To back the concept of this video, I'm going to share with you the first camera that I purchased to help start my business all the way to what I'm using today. And that way, you can see that the barriers, they aren't here to stay. So firstly, we're going to jump into the Panasonic Lumix DC-FZ300. Now this I got for $800 3 years ago, and 4K capabilities, 3840 by 2160. That's really all I was looking for at the time. I knew that there was a lot of 4K capabilities being offered in the video photo world for a relatively good price, but when I paid $800 for this, I had no idea the return on my investment I was going to get. After I bought this guy, I ended up pairing it with a Rode shotgun mic for about $200, which put me up to about $1,100. And with $1,100 Canadian, which is going to be cheaper in US, either way, $1,100 got me on my feet. The first place my fiance and I decided to take this camera was to the motocross track where two of our best friends raced. To my surprise, it snowballed into a relationship with a producer out of Calgary who was looking for archive footage from the moto track because they were doing an Adrenaline doc series, and I just happened to be there at the right time. So I accepted the job, and let's just say the job didn't only pay for the camera in the first 3 months, but it would have allowed me to buy about another 30 of these. And that was just a serendipitous moment, and I put myself out there on the track, and a job came of it. Fast forward a year and I purchased myself the Panasonic Lumix GH5, which is the camera that's shooting this video right now. And that camera, being a DSLR, really allowed me to start testing out different lenses to see what a prime lens could do for the camera, what different zoom lenses could do for the camera. And it really did its due diligence. In the first year, it paid for itself 10 times over, and it's a camera that we will continue to use in the future as a B camera, or even for videos like this, these YouTube videos. Fast forward to the camera that we're using now, and it's the Panasonic S5 full frame camera, which I just picked up last week. I got the kit with the 20 to 60 millimeter lens. I attached the cage and the wood grip, which I had already purchased, but again, the cage and the wood grip together I think were $150 on Amazon. Bundled up with this $3,000 full frame camera. I mean, it's incredible to me what creators have access to in 2022. And I know what you're thinking. $3,000? That's not cheap, man. And you know what? You're absolutely correct. It's not cheap. And that's why I recommend you start with a base level camera and hopefully learn the art, learn the camera, save up to buy yourself a higher end camera. My story today, and the story of many other video production startups or photography startups, is that you don't need to spend tens of thousands of dollars to get into that industry. You just need to do some research, find what camera works best for you, find a sound system. Yes, sound. We would never forget about sound. At the end of the day, sound is 50% of the production. Obviously, being in video, if you're in video, you need to find yourself the right shotgun or lav mic kits. So do some research, find what works best for you. Sennheiser, Zoom, those are really good brands. Once you learn sound and develop ways to manipulate your sound so that it really benefits your visuals, you're going to take your productions from an amateur level to a professional level in no time. I want you to get out of your seat after you watch this video and say, I'm going to do it. I'm going to take that leap of faith and I'm gonna go buy myself a camera kit that is gonna do its due diligence out in the field, in the studio. I'm gonna learn the game. I'm gonna learn the tricks of the trade. I'm gonna learn the technical side. I'm gonna learn the business side. I'm gonna put all of what I have into it. And I promise you that if you do that for yourself, you will reap the benefits. And you may not even reap the benefits financially in year one, but you're going to be rewarded in other ways. I'm telling you, when you do something that you're passionate about, and when it's something like creating videos and photos, the products that you create sometimes seem as enough reciprocation to your efforts.
I wanted to add, maybe you're someone who works full-time or has some kids and you really would like to get into this, but you're just like, I don't think I have the time to do so. Well, let me tell you, you have the time. You just need to stop watching Netflix before bed. You need to grab your camera, you need to play with color, play with composition, light a scene, light up a set, call a local filmmaker, a local friend who's in the industry, ask them to go shoot downtown or make a spec ad for a local business. There are ways to utilize your camera and there are hours in the day, so spend them the right way.
Study the game, study the craft that you're trying to advance in, and you can really make some waves in this world. And I believe that you can do it, because I 3 years ago had no idea that I would do what I've done in 3 years. I want to help people out, and I wish there was someone saying this to me 3 years ago, because I would have probably started after watching this video. The barrier to entry is limited. Your potential is unlimited. What's it going to be? Once you get started, you're not going to stop. I promise you.
So I hope at least one of you guys found this useful or motivating, and if that person is you, please leave a comment in the section below. I would love to make a more detailed video about where to go next once you have mastered your camera. And lastly, if you're worried about the naysayers in the industry saying more people just means a saturated market, or people looking at me saying I'm saturating the market, inviting more people in, that's ridiculous, guys. The pie is big enough for everyone and there's enough pieces to go around. Just remember, there's a million chefs out there. There's only one Chef Ramsay. Tell me I'm wrong. I guess I'm talking to myself, so nobody can tell me I'm wrong. But I think that's enough said. That's a wrap, you guys. Ooh, wraps. I'm starving, so I'm going to go have a breakfast wrap. Thank you for tuning in, and I will catch you on the next one.